It's super late, and it is Monday night, and we're doing a live stream. I almost forgot to live stream tonight. I said I'd do it, and then I went to my lawnmower guys super late, and then I wasn't there very long, and I was like, oh man. And then, my lawnmower guy Rex is awesome, a great guy. He's he's not my next door neighbor, but he's a neighbor. He's a neighbor. Just lives. I walk to his house. All right. So, probably take a minute if anybody does show up, since I'm being super late. What are you doing, Mama? Hey, what's up, Phoenix? Mama, what are you doing? Mama. Come here, Mama. Mama. My cat's being weird. Okay, real quick. I just thought about this a minute ago because I didn't, but we had some leftover bacon, and we put it on the counter for the cats on like a paper towel. And I have noticed this before, but this just got me thinking about it today and right now. Has anyone else noticed this? I stopped eating pork. I don't know. It's been a while. Every once in a while there might be like some bacon on a piece of pizza or something that but I don't intentionally order it on any of my food. But I've encountered bacon on something that I've had here and there, right? But I don't intentionally get it. Okay, so here's my question. Has anyone else noticed that their animals won't eat bacon? Or, I guess, I don't know. I've tried giving them some sausages that were left over from a cookout, which, again, I didn't eat. But not saying that you can't eat pork. I just don't eat pork. I don't know why, really. It just, I decided I didn't really like it. Bacon, of course, the smell of it. I like the smell of bacon. Anyways, point of the story, point of the question, whatever. I got bacon in there. I put it in there. The cats won't touch it. I put some bacon outside recently, and the raccoons ate around it. Not old bacon or not fresh. It was fresh. It actually came from a local restaurant. It was, your standard breakfast style bacon, kind of a little on, probably I'd say a little on the thicker side even. I don't get it. Funnily enough, I have avoided pork, ham, etc., except the occasional bacon for many years too. I started doing this years ago. I didn't even realize that I was doing it. It wasn't like I intentionally told, like, oh, I'm not going to eat pork anymore. It wasn't that. I just kind of stopped eating it and realized, like, at holidays, of course, Amber will cook a ham. My mom sometimes will cook that. I have never liked the ham. Like, it's very, very rare that there will be a ham that even tastes good to me. The texture's always wrong. I don't like the texture of most of the hams that I've had in the last, I'm going to say, last 10, 15 years. And of course, during the holidays, I'd try to eat a piece here and there, and it just never. It was probably 3 or 4 years ago. We did have a ham 3 or 4 years ago that was stellar. It was really good. The flavor was really good. The texture was really good. And I think that's one of the main things with the ham that I don't like is the texture. And as far as bacon goes, I think the last time I intentionally put bacon on a salad was about 3 years ago. And as I was eating the salad, I was just like, I realized I don't actually like this bacon on my salad. And not that I haven't had it on every salad I had, But I just don't. But my point of this is something's up. Has to be. Raccoons eat trash. I have seen instances where hungry raccoons have chewed through and eaten aluminum cans. Okay, and I know it had to have hurt them, but I've seen it. So, like, what exactly could it? I don't even know what could turn an animal off of something that seems so delicious. I mean, most humans even are like, oh, bacon is the best. And it's specifically like we've had leftover bacon. I literally had a bag of bacon about 2 week and a half ago, somewhere in that area. And it was like I said, it was like your family cooked breakfast style bacon. It wasn't like the pre-cooked what do you call it? They sell like the pre-cooked packages that are shelf stable that hang on the end cap of a grocery store, right? It wasn't anything like it wasn't that. It was, which is this. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that. That's just pre-cooked bacon and packaged. It's really not a big deal. But I can't understand the animals. Like my cats, absolutely, like they really won't touch it. The raccoons ate around it. I can't think of any other time I've ever seen them do that. I've had food that was forgotten in my refrigerator that got mold on it and stuff. Like, they eat it. They'll eat it. Like, I put it out in the field over there. They will eat it. What'd you guys say? Raccoons are supposed to be the garbage eaters. Pretty much. I mean, they're trash pandas. Mine are a little more. They're spoiled, domesticated, whatever you want to call it. I have, at this point, I probably shouldn't be admitting this because I know it's not actually a good thing legally or whatever, but I have some that are more or less like pets. Especially, I got this one. Not to go on a big rant here, but I got this one. There's probably something wrong with it and its sibling. They are. Oh, I definitely have privileged raccoons. Like, I spend probably $15 to $20 a week feeding them cookies, and then they eat cat food, which they say cat food's bad for raccoons. Okay, what about the other stuff that they be eating? Like I do know raccoons will eat like bugs that they can catch, flying bugs and bugs on the ground, worms. Like, they'll eat anything, and they do when they don't have other sources of food. And as far as cat food goes, like, it's pretty balanced for that. If you feed a raccoon cat food, that raccoon will live to be anywhere between 5 and 10 years old. If that raccoon lives in the wild without any type of human aid of food, it will live to be they say 1 to 2 years. Like, really, it's about 1 to 3. But they say 1 to 2. If you Google it right now, that's what it's going to tell you. Raccoons in the wild, they'll live to be 1 to 2 years old. They don't live very long. I don't know if they starve, which is horrible to think about, because I love the little turds, man. Like, this one, I was going to start this story. So I have two. They were siblings. I know which mother they came from. She put them out on their own, what I would consider to be very early, because they are still tiny. So I think they have some sort of growth deficiency or something like that. But this one that is my buddy, and the way it looks at me, it looks at me and like one of its eyes is kind of pointing the wrong direction or something. I don't know. It's cute, and it's my buddy. Like, it'll come up there and it'll kind of just it's awesome. It's awesome. And what it'll do now, what it started doing, is at night it'll come early usually, get get whatever little, it doesn't eat very much, a little bit of food that it wants, and then it'll go up in my ceiling of my porch out there. I've got soffit on the outside, and it'll climb up in that soffit. And it'll stick its little paws and face over and look around sometimes, and then it'll just scoot back into its little hole, and it's get like I'll set it a little cookie up there on the ledge so it can eat its cookie. It likes to eat the cream off of these little cream, like an Oreo, the cream out of an Oreo, but the packages that I've been buying are like 2 sleeves of vanilla and 1 of chocolate, or 2 chocolate and 1 vanilla. Same kind of cookies though. And I'll like take my finger and knock the cream loose on the cookie for it so it can just get the cream. Supporting the Smokey Feeds Trash Pandas cookies. Dude, thank you so much, Dan, for the super chat. You wouldn't believe the amount of cookies and stuff that I go through. And look, I've thought about doing what other people do, and I could certainly do that. If you look up on TikTok right now, probably right here on YouTube on live streams, people nightly, but I do this every night. Nightly we'll have a camera running. They'll go out there, they'll dump out marshmallows and dog food and stuff like that, and they'll ask for donations. Can anybody send me some food? And what, you know, that's what they do. Whatever. That's fine. Like, I don't see a problem with it. People enjoy watching it, and they don't mind to contribute to the fund. Dan, you did not have to do that, dude. I'm going to open up a new chocolate bar of yours tonight, one of the dark chocolate ones, and I do still have, I don't know, about that much left of the original bar. Oh yeah, no, they ain't getting none of the honey or the chocolate. That ain't happening. Yeah, no, I am rationing the honey, and I'm using it, and taking like a little. I'm not taking the recommended spoonful, because that's actually a pretty good size. Like, where'd it go? Like, they basically want you to eat that spoonful. That's a lot of honey. That spoonful, that's a lot of honey. There is a serving on that jar. I think it said, does it say 30 servings? So it'd be like probably 30 of these or something. I think that's what it says. I probably don't know Phoenix's address. Oh, Phoenix, I can definitely send you. I have some. Like, I have a surplus of Tim Tams. And it's not from the ones that... So, Canadian Trucker sent me some, and he gave me a package with a metal cup, and then he sent me some extras. And then Dan sent me some. I think Dan sent me a variety, and I think CT did too. And then I also have the cups that came from Australia, but made in China. I just looked and I was like, is this the Australian one? This is like made in China. That's okay. China's fine. It's fine. It's good, actually. Wait, I did? Oh, wait, here. Hang on, yeah. Send me a message. Okay, I got it. I got you. Yeah, so go ahead and just email that to me, and I will definitely send you some. Because like I said, I have a surplus. I don't know. I bought... What did I buy that one time? I bought, like, it was really weird. And this is really weird, because so back before Big Lots kind of went through its whole shutdown, they're not going to be in date. Nothing I have is in date. So if you care about that, and I'm going to tell you right now, it don't matter with the Tim Tams. But anyways, so I was at Big Lots, and I came across Tim Tams at Big Lots. My mind was a little blown, and I bought all that they had, and I think I bought like 16 or 18 packs. I did give a bunch of them away at like I said, that's been a couple years ago whenever I was able to ship out some packages, which I've got to do again, by the way. I've got to get around to that. It's everything's coming together, though, guys. Like, I don't talk about it much, but so much is happening, and you guys don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. But I got a lot of stuff going on. The studio and stuff, like, I'm really pushing my guy. I want to get... Here's the thing about the studio, though, just so y'all know. Like, I focused on doing the apartment upstairs first, and I've come to realize if I don't do something with the... Because the studio could be opened up as it is. I could go in there and set that downstairs up. There's a bathroom down there. It's a half bath. There's a toilet and a sink. And then there's also a sink in the kitchen. But there's not really a kitchen in there anymore. So the downstairs is just like a building with a little bathroom. Great big open space. Anyways, doesn't matter. The bathroom, all the plumbing is screwed up to that bathroom down there. And like I'm just realizing I forgot to set up the... I've got to go pick up air conditioners tomorrow for that place. Anyways, I have to fix the plumbing at least for downstairs, and our plan was to expand the bathroom that's downstairs right now. Right now it's underneath the stairs. I don't like that, but I don't think I'm going to like completely move it to a different area of the building, just because of everything that would have to happen for me to be able to do that. So what I was thinking was just adding a shower to the bathroom, keeping it kind of in the same place that it's at, except adding, I don't know, maybe like 6 feet onto the bathroom, which is fine. That's an area that I don't really need or would use anyways, but I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that bathroom, and I have to get the plumbing done just to be able to turn the water on once upstairs is built out and ready, which I told my guy the other day. I'm like, I want to get this done. I'm ready. I've already paid him, by the way, so it's not like it's a money issue. He's paid. It's been like life things have came up, things have happened, and we're 6 months behind schedule. That's pretty much where we're at. And I think if I just throw money at it, it could probably be done in 2 months, but I don't want to just throw money at it. I would like to not only pick out the things that I want and want to be in there, I also want to take the time and get it right. You know what I mean? And I have picked up things off of Facebook Marketplace for that building, the upstairs apartment. I bought a kitchen out of a multi-million-dollar home in Columbus that was torn down for a data center. That's the only thing that they salvaged, was the kitchen cabinets. The guy was literally given, that he was renting this house. He was given the entire house. The guy that owned the house said the data center bought it off of him. He got paid. He wasn't going to do anything with the house. He told the guy that was in it renting, he said, look, they're going to come in and bulldoze this house. You can have anything you want. You can take the entire... This was a multi-million-dollar home. This was like a $3.54 million home, according to him. And I believe it, because I know where it was at. And he took the kitchen cabinets. That's it. And then he continued renting. He went, instead of like paying somebody to take that house down, I mean, which would have cost a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but I think he probably could have paid somebody to take that house down and rebuild it in a different spot for probably $200,000 and had a multi-million-dollar home in a different spot. But hey, that's what's happened to a lot of homes up in that area. You're talking about the Leslie Wexner area up in like Dublin. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I actually just seen the address today. I was going through some old text or old photos and stuff. New virus. Do you mean the parasite on the lettuce? They're claiming on the lettuce. Is that what you mean? I don't know about the virus. I haven't heard anything about a virus. Well, it's really hard for me to be honest. Because if I say what I want to say on here, it's not going to be popular. So if you look into this a little bit, you'll find out, and I'm going to say a little bit of what I want to say here. You'll find out that a lot of, and this is in my opinion likely what's happening. That lettuce is coming from Mexico, and when you go down the kind of the rabbit hole a little bit, not really, and you come to find out what type of hygiene practices that they've been not practicing on those lettuce fields. The workers, they've just been dropping trowel and laying, human waste down wherever, and that gets like that. That's not good. That's not good. It's not good for your food. That's not good for anything. Anything. Yeah, no. But this is a problem that's been around since the beginning of time almost. What do you do with your waste? Like it can't be in your food supply. It can't be like you gotta keep those things separated. You gotta keep them separated. Anyway, that's what I think's going on. I think there's a poop in the fields, and I think it has transferred over into us. There was quite a few cases right around here. Actually, it was making national headlines. There was a lot going on around here for, I don't know, on and off for a month. You had the 16 kids thing, and well, I guess the murder case didn't. It made national news, but it wasn't not like the 16 kids thing's done. And then the tri-state area right here, West Virginia, Kentucky, and Ohio, that parasite was hitting this area right here, and now they're blaming Taco Bell. Yeah, well, Taco Bell's been doing that for decades now, making people have to run to the border, if you know what I mean. And this is not their fault. Like they got contaminated food. It's contaminated, and yeah, I mean, again, like those people, the people working down there, they get the parasite, then they end up having.
Went wrong. Please try again.
The explosive runs, and they just drop trowel right there near and that's how this has happened. Oh yeah, I was gonna. Have you guys probably know who Sean Gatz is? He did the.
It's 100 degrees here in Tucson, and the perfect time to unveil my new workout. Sweat therapy has many benefits, so I've covered myself
head to toe. This is a different one
than
I've
seen. I've restricted my airflow to improve my respiratory function. I've even brought my new Porto band as a jogging weight, so I get an arm workout too. But since it's so sunny outside, I've wrapped it in black plastic so the paint doesn't fade. And I've brought my action cam to give you a beautiful tour of the U of A campus. So let's go for a run.
Anyway, we won't get too much more into that, but that is about the flock cameras. If you're not aware, everybody needs to stop calling these things data centers. They're surveillance centers. Flock, surveillance. It's not just Flock. There's other companies. But if we don't do something, which people are waking up and they're realizing this is a problem. Oh yeah, I was going to make a post. Duh. Grab a picture. Shit. All right, nope, that ain't going to work. Alright, let me get the link, if I can even do that, because my phone, I need to shut my phone off. I deleted a bunch of stuff, and then I went in and permanently deleted it, as you have to do on an iPhone. I went through and yes, I want it off my iPhone, and it's like it didn't work. The photos are gone, but it's like it didn't happen. And I guarantee if I shut it off and turn it back on, everything that I erased will be back. I don't 100% guarantee it, but I'm pretty sure. So let me make a real quick post. Go ahead and just. There we go. We're going to get right into this thing. I was kind of wanting to waste a little bit of time because I had to let my water warm up. And I just put it on right before I turned the camera on. Told you guys I was running behind tonight. It's not even going to let me. You got to be kidding me. Yep, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to shut it down. Alright, well, I'm turning it off. And then I'm going to have to probably do it again later to actually delete stuff off of it, because it'll probably get, I don't know, it's been acting weird because I know I have it overloaded. I've got to delete some stuff, but everything on there I want to keep. Yeah, I don't think so. Vegemite, the salt content in Vegemite is so high, I doubt Vegemite could go bad. I don't think it could. This is how they preserved food back in the day, was with salt, okay? Vegemite is so salty. I've got a container of it somewhere put up. Not sure where it's at. But, you know, I got a package of Vegemite somewhere that you sent me, Dan. But it's Vegemite powder. I need to find some of that because I think that is super cool. I want to try the powder, but I also don't want to screw up that one little package that I got. I think that was like a McDonald's thing or something that you sent me. So Vegemite is, I'm going to tell you right now. So it's Marmite. Is it Marmite? The British thing? What's it called? Is it Marmite? Why am I drawing a blank on this right now? Anyway, they're similar-ish. The British version is like a toned down version of the real hardcore Australian version, but it's like super concentrated yeasty bread flavor with salt. That's kind of what it tastes like. Yes. Okay, so yeah, it is. Okay, I wasn't sure if that's what it was called or not. So it is called Marmite. That is the British version. It's been like I've had Marmite in. I'm pretty sure I've had it in British rations, old rations. I don't know. I don't think they still use it. It must not be as popular in the UK as it used to be. Which, let's be honest, half of the UK is not UK people anymore. And about, I don't know what, at least a tenth of America is not America anymore. It's just other people that have came here illegally. Whatever. Did I or did I not recently do a beef stew from 2004? Or was it? Is that what that brown bag was that I did a while back? Was it beef stew? Okay, yeah, wait. But yeah, we had Vegemite to put on the McDonald's shaker fries. It's good stuff. So here, we didn't have that. We had, and I have one in there that Amber, I got Amber an extra one. She never did eat it. But it was a pickle powder, dill pickle powder. And that's what we got for our shaker fries in America when they started doing that. And look, that dropped off so quick. McDonald's had that. It was popular. And I don't know why they do that when something, it definitely, you know, it took off. It's popular. People liked it. And then they just take it away. And then they never bring it back usually. So I don't know why they do that. maybe they've learned something about trends and like usefulness and how long those trends are profitable. I'm going to say that they've collected more data than any other fast food restaurant, period. I do. Yes, it's hanging right here. I do. I have the kangaroo nutsack that I just smelled. It smells pretty good, actually. Is that really what this is? Is this a is this really? Poor guy. It says genuine kangaroo scrotum. I mean, there ain't no seams in it, I'll tell you that. Cheese shake is weak if you want to just have. I haven't had a cheese one. I didn't even know they did it. But yeah, there ain't no seams in that bad boy. Not on the edges. That is one piece of got to use the whole animal. I mean, I bet you it'd hold water for a minute anyway. I mean, it feels like chamois leather is what it feels like. It's really nice quality leather. You know? I wonder what I know it's been done. I know there are many things out there. I've never seen it or touched it myself. But, you know, using human. Apparently there's a lot of controversy going on right now about how humans have been being used after we expire. Turn it around here. What was you asking about what was you asking about this for? There's a pair of human skin shoes and human binded book. Well, that one guy, was it Ed Gein? Who was that done that? That was the Leatherface guy. I don't know. I can't remember who done it, but they made like lampshades and stuff out of it. Somebody recently, I'm going to say within the past probably 5 years, was in a thrift store and found a lamp that they couldn't figure out what it was. They bought it, and then it turned out it was human. They made the lampshade, which I know that guy had done that. He'd done that, and I think he might have made a whole suit or something. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. You remember that. I can't remember the details or who it was, whatever. I don't think people like that deserve any recognition, so it doesn't matter if I don't remember their name, but I remember that happened, and that was a thing for a minute. So you guys want to find out what's inside of a 2020? I don't know what's in here. I'm hoping. Look, I like beef stew, and when I got this out, I was thinking, haven't I done a beef stew somewhat recently? An older one. It was at least an 04. Did I do an 04? I can't remember. Because I remember talking about the beef being a better quality in the older ones. And it usually almost always is. But I might have said that about this. Same thing with the chicken. Like, the chicken's usually better quality in the older. Like, it'll have the proper texture. It'll have the proper meat grain. And when you shred it and you open it, it'll look right. It'll look the way it's supposed to look. I don't think we're eating real meat and stuff anymore. Why does it look like my cat got a hold of this? Look at that. The hole. Air didn't come out of it, but it looks like it. There's a hole right there, right there, right there, right there. Another one. What happened to this thing? Did my cat get down in there and just make biscuits on it, maybe? That's weird. It looks like it poked from the out. Look. See this? looks like that poked from the inside out. See what I mean? Because there's no puncture hole in it. It looks like there's one right there, though. Oh, yeah. That's a little, well, I don't know. It's not holding air anymore. It's losing air, but not where you'd think it would be. I don't know where it's losing air at, but, well, that might still be airtight. Yeah, it's still airtight. Okay. Anyway, I think I did a beef stew recently. I can't remember if I did or not. Anyways, this is a Warnick. It's going to be the better of the 3 that are out there. We know that. So quality-wise, this is the best shot at having the better of the quality. And calorie-wise, it seems to me like... Oh, no. I turned my phone off. I'll turn it back on. I didn't get to make that post. That's what I was doing. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this thing. As far as edibility, or how edible it was, edibility is not a word. I don't think. Is edibility a word? That can't be. Probably the B unit cans that had all the food in them. The crackers, the candy, the sugar, the coffee. A very select few of them had smokes in them. It wasn't listed on them, but there was a 2-month run, like from July of 42, or June, July, August, something of 42, somewhere along in there, of the B unit cans. Where is my B unit can that I opened up? Oh, it was right here. I don't know where it's at. Anyways, the crackers in that, or biscuits, really they're biscuits. They're not really crackers, because they're more, they have like a slight sweetness to them, the thickness of them, the texture of them. I would call them a biscuit more than I would, they were called crackers though. They're thick. They're a thick cracker. That's one of the better World War II items that I've had. Second would probably be, again, the K-Ration biscuits, crackers, whatever. Those, even though they were as old as they were, tasted amazing. They had slight sweetness to them. They had, like, the shortening, like the butter flavor. They were really good for what, I mean, obviously they tasted old, but you could also taste what they were supposed to taste like, and they were good. Now, they weren't rancid either, which I don't know how. I've had that happen multiple. I mean, obviously I've had some bad stuff, but I've had that multiple times with World War II era food. That just, if it was in a can, even if it wasn't, if it was in the cellophane and it was sealed up and bugs were kept off of it, and it wasn't exposed to extreme heat, like, the stuff can still be edible. It really can. I don't think there's much nutritional value to it, if at all. I mean, you're talking, what, 80, up to 84 years now? Yeah, up to 84 years. So, yeah, the nutritional value is probably non-existent. Well, maybe 10 to 20% of the nutritional value, and there wasn't a whole lot there to begin with. So, you know, who cares? Who cares? You're not eating that stuff to survive. Which, you probably could, and you'd get a little something out of it. It'd be better than nothing. You know what I mean? Man, I'd love to get the show back together. I think the world is so, like, it's in my opinion. This is just my opinion. It's really unfortunate that we're moving away from traditional television. I think there was a lot of value to the masses in regular television programming, but if you pay attention. I mean, how many people do you know that still have their cable subscription? I do. This guy. I'm old school. And look, I pay for it. It's not cheap. It would save me probably, well, I mean, I've already got this. I've got Netflix, I've got Hulu, HBO my son has, and I use it, and there's another one. I did have Amazon. Amber talks me into getting freaking Amazon Prime every year just about. So we end up with Amazon, and I never use it. I can't stand Amazon. So I steer clear of their streaming service. I steer clear. I don't use their. I don't like them. I don't like them for multiple reasons. And I'll tell you one reason what turned me off. Probably it was before I got hurt, so it's been probably 12, 13 years ago, I guess. I don't know. Seems like it had to be before I got hurt. Anyways, my buddy, at the time, he wanted to order his daughter a tablet, Android tablet. The cheapest way to get one was on Amazon, and he wanted to order through Amazon, and I was like, dude, I would have, even at that time, like I didn't like Amazon. I was an eBay guy, but I was like, if that's what you want, and you found the one you want, I was like, I'll order it for you, because he didn't have a bank account, like all that crap. So he just gave me the money, and I ordered it. We get it, and it never worked. It never worked, and I went through the process of trying to get Amazon to deal with their product and either take it back, do something, refund, make it right. Because his little girl, she was very young at the time. I think she was probably 5 or 6 years old. That was going to be her big gift for birthday or Christmas or something. I can't remember what it was. But I fought with them, and I think I ended up just giving my money to my buddy. I was like, dude, because I felt so bad for him. It's just like, here's the cash, get her something else, because I can't fix this. And I told him, I was like, I didn't want to order through Amazon to begin with. I've heard, even recently, it was like a week or two ago, I think I was talking to somebody. So it was somebody in my personal life, or something I watched online, but they were trying to deal with the return process with Amazon, and it was just impossible, and they wouldn't make it right. Reminding me why I don't use Amazon. One time I had a gift card or something, or I had something weird. It was like 50% off up to a $500 purchase. It was something weird. And it was, anyways, we used to have a pool out, the biggest pool that we could fit or get at the time. It was like a 22-foot, white trash, above ground, one of those out back. But I had it for my kids out there, and the pump that it came with from Walmart, I believe, I'm sure where I bought it, went out. So I wanted to upgrade and get a good pump, saltwater or sand filter pump thing. So I went on Amazon and I ordered that sand filter, and we did it at a certain time where we got some, like, it might have been Prime Days or something like that. It was discounted, and then I had the 50% off, and I ended up getting this like $450 pump for like $100, $120, something like that. The one and only time that I can ever recall using Amazon and getting something useful, that I only got to use it for a year, so this would have probably happened back in like 2014, 15, somewhere along in there. Anyway, all right, let's check out this ration, and I'm sorry that I've talked everyone's ear off. I do apologize. I did flip my board over, and if you guys remember, there was 2 spots right here on this, and I can only assume that whatever it was like oily, because look at what it done to the other side here. It's like a half moon I mean, I don't feel anything at all to it, but, and the other stuff on the other side was sticky. I remember that, but I tried to clean it up and it wouldn't come off, so flipped it over and it's nice and fresh and clean and new, but I don't know. All right, beef stew night. I'm not super duper hungry. I haven't eaten today, but I'm not super hungry for some reason. So that's maybe another reason why I picked beef stew, because I actually really don't mind eating some beef stew. All right, let's see what's in a 2022 Warnick. Multigrain snack bread. All right, 200 calories. And how much does this thing weigh? 57 grams. So about the size of a good sized chocolate bar. 50-gram chocolate bar is a pretty good size. If Dan's still here, you know what? Before we get too deep here, hang on. Because I want to open. And I didn't do this last week. I don't know. I think I did. Okay. Real quick. Alright, so this is what I got left of this one. Is that little bit right there at the bottom. But this one is going to look, I'm going to think or assume that it's going to look way different than this one. It's probably going to taste a bit different too, because of the bloom that the other one has going on. I'll tell you what, Whitakers. J.H. Whitaker, founder of J.H. Whitaker and Sons. They make some good chocolate, people. They make some good chocolate. Best I've ever had. I believe Steve would tell you the same thing. Steve had the same ration I had. The New Zealand. It's like a prototype single meal, because they only did 24-hour rations. And I'm pretty sure that was his favorite chocolate ever as well. There we go. Hang on. I gotta show you. I know I'm getting a little sidetracked, but I don't know. Deal with it. Sorry. But I wanted to do this week, and I was like, you know what? Nah, I'll wait and do it on stream. There we go. Yeah, the difference between these two is extremely clear. See how that's like airy? I don't think this is going to be. Let me break it open. Oh, yeah, no. Wow. I expected it to be a little airy on the inside. It is not. Look at that. That's what the inside of that looks like. Huh. I can't believe it. Like, that's what happened. Huh. All right. Well, down the hatch with this. So different. Flavor's the same. Texture's completely different. This is buttery smooth. It's got a little bit of bounciness to it almost on the chew. It's heavenly. That dark chocolate. At all. Not to my palate. When it starts to melt, I don't know. I can't say enough good things about this chocolate. Flavor's still there. Texture, I mean, they're nothing alike. Nothing. What'd you say about it, Dan? I don't need to ration. I'll always have a good supply. Dark chocolate in particular is good for maintaining iron levels. Huh. I wondered. I don't want you to send me a bunch of this stuff, Dan. It's too expensive. The shipping's too much. And I do and will. I'll take care of sending you some cash on Wednesday. I got to move some money around, but that is happening. I've needed to do it for like a week and a half. But I gotta send you something. I wondered if the flavanols are still, like, if they didn't cook them out of this chocolate, of the Whitakers. I think that if there's a dark chocolate out there that still has the flavanols in it, I would say that chocolate right there is probably the highest likelihood that it's still in there. Now, I think you'd have to consume, I don't know, probably a tenth of a bar a day of that size to get any benefit if the flavanols are still in it. But I've been thinking about ordering that Black Forest cocoa to see if the flavanols can boost my ability to make stem cells. I mean, that's what they claim. I didn't know it boosted your iron, though. I can promise you my iron and my magnesium levels are likely low. All right, sorry, I got sidetracked there. We'll look at that in a second. Flameless ration heater, which we won't need, but I'll put the bread on it. How did I do that? Good Lord. All right, there we go. Cover it up, because we're not going to use it. Next, out of the bag, we got a big bag of beverage-based powder lemon lime cold drink. Didn't have one of those last week, or whenever it was. And we got us a hot beverage bag. So there should be coffee in here, I would think, since we've got a hot beverage bag, right? Right? Let's find out. Let's find out. Here's our partially biodegradable spoon. That's getting on my nerves. There we go. Oh, sweet. We got peanut butter. Yum. That'll go good with a piece of that chocolate, too. The aftertaste of that chocolate is really spectacular. I just love, like, having that after flavor. Come on. This is, like, one of the worst things in my... Okay, like, one... I don't know. This just... I don't know. I'm not a fan of getting Lifesaver peppermint candy rings in a ration. I guess, I mean, you can throw those in your bag and those will last you for a good while. You have them in your pocket, whatever. But I don't know. I guess, I guess, whatever. Grape jelly. I ain't seen this in a minute. Wow, 70 calories in that. It's too bad that it's a little teeny tiny supply of only 1 ounce. But it is what it is. What was I turning my phone on for? Oh yeah, Dan, you sent me something. That's right. There we go. It'll take it a minute to load. Alright, let me finish unpackaging this. Next out, we got our accessory packet that, okay, the Tabasco's it's in intact, and we got sugar, we got creamer. Oh, there's the coffee. So we do have coffee to go along with the hot beverage bag. Nice, very good. What's this? Ooh, a vanilla pound cake. Dang, this thing is stacked. This is the only thing, like, I would like to see a cocoa beverage powder. I mean, trade me a cocoa beverage powder for peppermint candies. I guess we're down to, is this it? Last but definitely not least, we've got our beef stew. And here is our nutritional facts and our not super monstrous ingredients list. To be honest, I've seen them all the way down to here. I've seen ingredients list make it all the way down to here. So just at a glance, the beef stew is looking pretty good. 300 calories, also pretty good. Protein, 29 grams, also pretty good. Number one ingredients, water and cooked beef and binders product. Beef, water, modified food starch. Yeah, so gotta love that. Isolate soy protein, salt, carrageenan, sodium, salt phosphate, caramel color. Yeah, that's a bad thing for you too, caramel color crap. Dehydrated potatoes, peas, carrots, modified food starch, tomato paste. Contains less than 2% of the unsalted butter. Natural flavorings, salt, sugar, natural flavorings, which is never natural. Salt, sugar, natural flavorings. What's next? Hydrolyzed soy protein, soybean oil, spices, and caramel coloring. 227 grams, 8 ounces. All right. Let me go throw this in some boiling water, and I'll be right back. Put that bar back in there. I forgot. Right here. Nope. Maybe I already put it back. Huh. Okay. Let's deal with the stuff that I don't need. There's a fly in here because I left the door open because the kitten that never goes outside went outside earlier. And I'm sure that fly came in at that point. I'm actually going to keep this out to deal with the fly. I can't, I've tried catching flies on the inside of the house and letting them out, but yeah, it usually never works out. This is a pretty good looking meal, I gotta say. Got the multi-grain snack bread. Oh, let me set a timer here. Set a timer for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. Oh, here's the picture Dan sent. Look at that. What is that? Oh, they're just souvenirs. What is that, a wine stopper in the top of them? Like a wine stopper holder? If you're a dark chocolate lover, you now have another reason to eat your favorite dessert. 3 ounces of dark chocolate, approximately 1 small bar. 3 ounces? How many ounces is in here? 250 grams. It's like 10 ounces, right? Hey, I was right on the money. 1/10 of a bar. Well, close. That's a rough guesstimate. Anyways, approximately 1 small bar can provide anywhere from 5.38 to 10.12 milligrams of iron. Make sure to opt for real dark chocolate, which should contain at least 45% cacao solids. Interesting. Do you think, do you think that the flavanols in cocoa can actually boost your ability to produce stem cells? I mean, that's what they say. Oops. Upside down. Peppermint rings. What a thing to put in a ration. What a thing to put in a ration. Huh. That's weird. I've got like that much screen that's not being used on the bottom side of my phone. There's a black bar over here that's that's that big. So there's like that much of my screen that I'm not seeing over here. Over here, it's about the width of my finger. Well, that close to the lens. I mean, anyway, I've got this much, like, I don't know how to tell you. That much of my screen. So what you're seeing right there, that much more over. Of my screen is not being used. I don't understand what's going on with that. This is only the second time I've ever used this particular camera. This is the nicer cameras or phones, whatever. What did Dan say in the chat? Dan, did you say something? Mrs. Dan said, I'm not allowed to talk about my stills in public anymore. Hey now, why not? Why not? I get it. All right, accessory pack. Fourth day, very early on, January 4th. Oh, whoa, that smells like Tabasco bad. And cinnamon. Tabasco and cinnamon. All right, let me go grab that because I set that timer late. Alright, got the beef stew off the burner. Set right there. I don't have any like liquidy need for a second bowl or anything. Alright, I dumped the accessory packet. We got red package cinnamon chiclet style gum. Can't smell them through the package. We got a moist towelette, of course. We have a winky dinky teeny tiny little stupid package of salt. Non-military anymore, and it's all commercial crap. The 0 calorie sweetener, crap. The Bill's Brew, I mean it's drinkable. We still have the Giannis Brothers at this point. Creamer, which, I mean, at least we got that, I guess. Then we have this, again, very stupid little package of sugar. They used to give you 4 grams of sugar. That is lucky if it's 1.5 grams. There, here, let me put it all down to the bottom. That's how much sugar you get. That little teeny tiny. You used to get over double that. Well over double that. That's nothing. I am complaining about that. Like, it doesn't make for my perfect cup of coffee anymore. We got a good looking little bottle of Tabasco. I don't know what these things are going for in the store now, but it used to be you had to, like, 6 of them was $2 or something like that at World's Market whenever last time I found them. And last but definitely not least, you got your Lighthouse issue, military issue butt ration. Or napkins or paper towels. It's meant to be toilet paper though. TP for your bunghole. Alright, so I have extra sugar here from, this is stuff that we had, Amber found from hospice, from when my dad was in hospice. Kind of a weird thing that, I don't know, we came across it, I didn't want to throw it, because I'm always needing packs of sugar anyway, so there we go. Add the sugar. Everything else can go back into this bag, including the Tabasco, because I have a brand new bottle that I opened up last week. And I've set this one on its side. I need to get some more Tabasco into this bottle and try to get that black dehydrated Tabasco to dissolve. It actually has soaked up most of the liquid, and it's made it really thick. I don't know how I'm going to get transfer. I've tried this before, and it ends up blocking the hole. I'll try to put a couple more drops in here. Hang on. Alright, that's the problem. I gotta have like a toothpick stuck down in there or something. And I don't have a traditional toothpick handy. So every drop, maybe if I stick that down in there like that, and then I let it run down it like this, it might work. I don't know. This is kind of a pet project that I don't really need to be doing right at the moment, but it's hard to get even the new Tabasco to come out like it should. Alright, it's not gonna work. I need a freaking funnel. I mean, it's kind of running down the toothpick down into the other bottle, but half of it's running onto my hand. I guess if I get half of it in there, that's doing alright though. I don't know, it creates like an air bubble. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I've got a few more drops in there. I'll work on it later. But I want to get enough in there to really shake it up. Oh, I got some in there. Look at that. Look at it all over my hand. But I got, it's up to there, you know. Give it a good shake. I want some of this hot, super hot Tabasco. I gotta go rinse my hand off. It's covered in Tabasco. I guess introducing a little bit of distilled water to it probably wouldn't be a horrible idea, because that's really, but look, it's starting to come off the side and everything. Yeah, I just need to get more Tabasco into it. Look how dark it's got already. Ooh, that's going to be some fiery Tabasco. Alright, pet project done. Holy crap, look how much of that Tabasco I wasted. I used almost that whole bottle. Yikes. Napkin, paper towel, whatever. Something to dry my hand here. There we go. Alright, coffee. Forgot about my bowls being behind me. Like you do, Paul. Try that again. It's a delicate balance right there. Get the Tabasco off this toothpick. So I may need to use it again for the same thing. Definitely going to be a Tabasco flavored toothpick now. Alright. Cup of coffee time. I don't know where my glass is at. Where's my glass? Tim Tam for Dan being in the chat. I haven't seen Germ's MRE in the chat for a minute. He gets in the chat, we'll use his cup. Alright, looking good on the Bill's Brew. Nowhere near as much coffee as that last. What did I use that last time? It was like so much coffee. What was that? Oh, it was in the bread. No, what was that in? What the heck? I don't remember. It was like, maybe it was a package of coffee that I had? I don't know. Let's see. Sugar looks okay. Not that it should look bad. Another pack, because we're still not even at the amount that we used to get, even with 2 packs. Huh, first cut that I made actually went through. Alright. Get the trash. Okay. And we also need to do a lemon lime beverage base powder. Ooh, I just made a dust cloud. 130 calories in that bad boy. Only 20 grams of sugar. I figured there'd be more. But, I mean, that's a lot. Don't get me wrong. Includes 19 grams of added sugar, which is 38% of your daily value right there. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Alright, let's see if we can get this all to dump out of here. Look at the cloud. Good grief. I don't know why this one's so dusty, crusty. Tell you what, these packages right here, these are really nice for on the go, though. I mean, if I still had kids that were young, these things, like, I'd be saving that and putting Kool-Aid or something like that in it to just add water on the go. So I guess you could just throw it in a bottle of water. What am I thinking? I don't know. I still like the packages, though. Being able to store them flat, put your powder in there, store them flat, save a lot of room. Camping trip wise and all that good stuff. Look at all that powder stuck to the edge of that. Look at that. That's weird. Huh. Not enough to taste it. Alright. Give me a little of that. I want to taste it. At least a little bit. That's enough. See what it tastes like. Huh. This is that kind that like cakes up. Put it on my tongue and it turns into like this weird paste. I don't know. These ones are weird. I don't know what's up with them. Like, obviously way more powdery too than I guess what normal or what it should be. But all right, let me just add some water to it real quick. All right. Oh yeah, beautiful green color. I mean, I like me a good look at that color. Wow. Not quite radioactive, but I don't know. It's not natural. None of this is natural. It doesn't matter. All right, let me go get some hot water in my coffee, and I'll be right back. Smells amazing. Whew. Look at that. Doesn't that even look really good? I don't know what's going on with that. Look at that. It looks like some sort of specialty drink that you'd order from one of those hippie coffee shops. Let me give this a stir. And then let it set, because for some reason, like I said, these weird ones right here, they don't like to dissolve properly. And the cloudiness of this will go away, and it will change colors to a much lighter yellow green than the really pretty, like, creamy green that it was. Coffee, I'm gonna let it set. Let's let it set. All right. You know what? Hang on a second. I might have a pack of this open. Maybe. I'll be if I don't. Thought I didn't have them, but I do. Look here. There you go. Probably missing one, I would say. How many's supposed to be in there? Does it say? It does not say. Just, it's 140 calories. Huh. Anyway. We'll save that pack to give to somebody else. 2, 4, 6. That might be all of them. I don't know. I probably didn't need any of them. I don't like them. I don't like them. If you guys didn't know, I don't like them. Unless I need something to freshen my breath, like, which is rare. Looks like we got the 327th day of 2021 on our multi-grain, not wheat, multi-grain snack bread. So now you got white wheat snack bread, multi-grain snack bread, and wheat snack bread. It smells pretty similar to the wheat snack bread. I mean, it's a little more neutral. The scent is less, so I'm going to assume the flavor is less. Yeasty. Vanilla pound cake. Pound cake. Wait, is this 2 pieces? Oh, it's not. Well, how are you supposed to have a peanut butter and jelly without 2 pieces of bread? It's so dry. Filleting it open like this is not. Oh, dang it. Missed it on the back. Let's see if I can get this side. Well, there's something. I missed that corner down there, but oh yeah, I was going to open the pound cake. Vanilla pound cake. I don't know the last time I had a vanilla pound cake. I think the last pound cake that I had was a marble, and the one before that was a lemon poppy seed. I think. Oh yeah. This is not the shape that I prefer. I do prefer the loaf shape over the muffin top shape. But this is 4 years old now, and it has started to crystallize the sugar. Can you guys see it? I don't know if you can or not. We've got that little bit of crunchiness going on around the outside edge here, that darker edge. And you can see the sugar glistening in the light. How much more I gotta back it up? That's probably good, right? Vanilla pound cake. Ooh. That smells really good. It's got almost a little bit of a citrus scent to it. Obviously, the vanilla scent is there. That's what I was after. Right there. Little crusty piece right there. Little edge. Okay. And so our peanut butter did the same thing that the last one I did. Like, there's nothing down here. Nothing. And it's like super dry. It's weird. Because usually when peanut butter does this and it settles, the oils, they get over into the part where it's vacated. The part where it has settled, the oils will usually, there ain't no oils in there. It's kind of weird, actually. I don't know how I feel about it. Give it a good knead, though. You know what? Dang it. Next time, I'm not going to knead it. I want to open it up and see what it looks like without kneading it. I'm curious. I can't believe I did that. I thought about it just right after I started kneading it. It was already too late. Now it's a goopy mess of peanut butter. It's how it's supposed to be. Real quick little, smaller the hole, the more the control, Gundog says. Get rid of that. And, oh yeah, the jelly is definitely separated. There's hard pieces up in here. Just get jelly. I'm not curious about what happens with it when it separates like that. That, on the other hand, I would like to see what's going on. Put what on the pound cake? Peanut butter. I got the 2 half pieces of chocolate of Dan's chocolate back here. I'm debating on whether to put them into the coffee while it's still super hot, or mixing with some peanut butter and some pound cake. Haven't made up my mind yet. Grape jelly. Should be kneaded well enough, hopefully. Alright. Last but definitely not least. Let me grab this stuff here. Bowl. Bowl always looks dirty. And it's not. But last but not least is our beef stew. My hand is still sticky from putting that little bit of the lemon lime powder on my hand. It's really weird. I should have washed it while I was in there, I guess. But I didn't. Alright, beef stew. Now, we got a horizontal opening for this, like a bowl, so I'm going to have to use the old knife. Make a little incision there. Oh, man. Alright. Let's see what we got. Looking pretty good. Looking like some Denty Moore. Pretty much. It smells like gravy and potatoes. I don't really smell the beef. Where's the beef? Ooh. Ooh. Look at that. That's a lot of chunks of beef. Hopefully they're good beef. Please be good beef. Don't be that pressed and formed stuff that doesn't look like beef. That just looks like you used leftovers and made hot dog squares type meat. I gotta say, man, I've been talking to people about this food truck that I'm getting ready to do. And everybody keeps suggesting freaking hot dogs. I get that that's a thing here in West Virginia. They've tried to claim hot dogs as a thing. I don't like hot dogs. I don't like hot dogs. I'll eat them if they're good, but I won't seek out a hot dog. Nope. I'm not going somewhere just for a hot dog. That ain't happening. Anyway. Might do them, might not. I don't know. I haven't decided. Alright, what can I do with this? I don't even know where to put it. We'll be right there for now. Okay. Finally ready to dig in to this not that old, 4-year-old beef stew here. I did somehow I ended up to get one little droplet of gravy all the way over there. All right, see that one little drop right there? Bothers me. I know it's my OCD. I know it is. It's okay. Sometimes it can be a good thing. Sometimes OCD can be a good thing. All right, first off, guys, tell me what's wrong. What don't I like about that? What don't I freaking like about that? It's gelatinous. It's jiggly, wiggly, and kind of iggly. Let's see what the beef looks like. All right. Oh, nope, never mind. Oh, man, it's exactly... You see what I mean? That looks... There's a little bit of the grain of the beef right there. I got excited. Hang on, let me try a different piece. Sometimes it's just... Some are like that and some aren't. Let me see. Nope. It's all going to be crap. This is pressed and formed crap, as you can see here. That resembles the inside of a hot dog. Looks like they put a little layer of like the original beef on the outside, and then they just put the paste that turns into that crap on the inside of these little squares. The trash pandas would certainly eat this. Yes, they would eat this. Well, you know what? Yeah, they'd eat this because it's beef. They'd eat this, but they ain't been eating the the bacon or other pork things that I've thrown out there. Man, that sucks. See, look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I don't know what year it happened. That one's the same way. It's just ridiculous. That is not what meat is supposed to look like. Ever. Anyway, I'm going to guess it was probably pre-2014 or so. Somewhere in that era, maybe 2012, maybe even back 2010. At some point, they started using this crap, but they didn't just use this. You could get some that would still be, the beef would be right. And this is coming from Warnick, so I'm if there was a chance of getting a good, good beef, it would probably come from Warnick. But like I said, at some point they started using this crap, and now this is pretty much all they use. Let's get a bite before I go talking too much trash. Here, let me get a bite. A little bit of everything. I gotta see the peas. I see potatoes. I don't see it. Yeah, there's carrot in there. All right, plenty of gravy, plenty of chunks of beef. My mouth is watering down the hatch. It's very reminiscent of Salisbury steak, except thicker than most Salisbury steaks. It doesn't taste bad. It's got a little bit of a metallic flavor to it. The vegetables are really nice. The gravy is gelatinous. Even it's super hot still. So I can only imagine how gelatinous this would be at room temperature. The potatoes are nice and firm. I like that. The flavor's really good. The gravy really dominates the flavor here. What are you doing, Mama? You can't jump up here right now, Mama. What are you doing, Mama? Hi, honey. She's got to be getting super old. I love her. Love her to death. She's such a good kitty. After losing Minnie, I don't know. I had her for so long. Go on, honey. I can't. You can't come up here right now. All right, another bite. Here we go. You want to say hello to everyone? Come here. Oh, come here. Say hi. Yeah. I promise you I'll share the beef stew with you. Just a little bit. It's so salty, honey. Not good for you. Or me. But it's really not good for your tiny heart. Yeah. Because there's a mama, which I don't know what kind of sodium content wet cat food has in it, because I give her that. Probably not much or any. She's so pretty. We're so pretty. We're such a pretty kitty. Ain't a pretty kitty. Pretty kitty. Mama. Yeah. Daddy loves her. What's up? I'll share with you, honey, when I get done. I promise. I promise. Yeah, the potatoes are really nice. I like the vegetables, really, more than much of anything here. Zoomed out. Pretty well lined up on the tray. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all right. Let's try some multi-grain. As you can see, there's grains in it. No, Mama. No. Nope. No, you cannot get up here right now. Go on. You can see the grains throughout. I mean, it's legitimately a multi-grain snack bread. Let's see what grains are in here real quick, because I'm a little curious of what they're putting in this multi-grain snack bread. So ingredients in the, let me zoom back out a little bit, right? That's fine. Okay, so enriched bleached flour, wheat flour, malted barley, flour, niacin, reduced iron. Why reduced iron? Thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, water, palm oil, corn syrup, wheat snack bread premix. Oh, man. Mama, I know. Watch out, honey. Alright, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's just a box with stuff on it. That's all. Not a big deal. Pick up real quick. I think I can do it. Quickly. Sorry, guys. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna put that up to, okay. Alright, sorry about that. So they're listing something as a wheat snack bread premix. And ingredients for that, they've got sugar, calcium sulfate dough. No, sulfite and then dough conditioner. So calcium sulfite and then dough conditioner. And then wheat flour, defatted soy flour, enzyme is a word on its own, just enzyme. Sodium aluminum phosphate. sodium bicarbonate, which is baking soda. And then it's just gum. Just gum. There's a comma after sodium bicarbonate, and then it's gum. And then it says gum Arabic, sorry. Malted barley, blah, blah, blah. Let's skip the parentheses. And this is, like, hold on. Anybody who's curious, like I just was, look at that list of what's in this bread. It's not that great. You can pause it and read it, but this does not seem very good to eat. Brown rice, barley, millet. There's millet in this. Cool. Barley flakes, chopped rye, wheat flakes, molasses, millet, sesame seeds, malt, caramel color, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there's some of the grains that are in it. At least we found a little bit of that's on there. So there's millet in here. We're seeing millet. That's millet right there. I ain't going to zoom in it. Anyway, take a bite of the multi-grain snack bread. Wow, dry. Holy. Dare I say that might be drier than a cracker. It tastes similar to the wheat snack bread. It's got a bitter aftertaste to it. It's got a sweetness while when you first eat it, which I don't know. If I'm going to have a bread product, I prefer it not be sweet, but it's bread. Okay, so it's edible. So let me get a big old bite of this beefy stew here. Beefy, and get rid of a piece of beef and give me more taters. All right, beef stew with the bread. Crackers would be better, way better. Texture from a cracker would be nice. Flavor is really good of the beef stew. It's just I don't like the gelatinous texture of what this gravy's like, and I don't like the texture of the meat. And that's a personal thing. Like, some people are probably, you're fine with it. It doesn't taste bad at all. It tastes good. It's salty. I can say that. Quite salty. I didn't even look at what the sodium was on it. Ooh. 1,040. 43% of your daily value. It's a lot for us everyday folks trying to consume something like this. I mean, I like the vegetable part of it. The vegetables actually got some decent flavor. I don't pick up a whole lot on the pea flavor. Maybe I just haven't had enough of them. Let's get a pretty good hefty chunk of peas in this bite. Let's see if I can pick up on those. I like peas. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I do. I have come to like almost all cooked vegetables. I like broccoli, I like cauliflower, I like peas, I like corn, I like carrots. I don't like a lot of carrots. But yeah, I've come to like them. It is good. I just wish the meat was more natural texture. When you're chewing it up, I gotta say, it's exactly like what you think it'd be like. It does have a decent firmness to it. So it's not that like overly soft stuff that like the inside of a hot dog would be. But it's certainly, and it's a little bit more firm than what a Salisbury steak would be even. Which is decently firm in itself. Get more of the vegetables here. Yeah, I could taste the peas in that bite. Barely. They get lost in the mix, I must say. I guess I could put a little bit of Tabasco on there on a bite, because it did come with it. Maybe I'd feel a little bad if I didn't do it. Get some more vegetables out there. Thinking about Mama, because she won't want the vegetables. I am going to share it with her. Not very much though. Give her a few pieces of the beef maybe. Might even rinse them off. Whoa! Wow, that came out of there way too fast. Okay, now I'm going to have to take another bite. Other than that one. That Tabasco tastes awful. It tastes like a... Ugh. It tastes like chemicals and old curtains. You smell old curtains? That tastes like... When I say chemicals, I mean like bleach, pneumonia. All those chemicals that you're familiar with. A hint of that in a flavor. Not good. That Tabasco is horrible. I don't know why. It's a brand new Tabasco, I think. Probably a 2021 Tabasco, if I was to guess. Wash it down with some lemon lime. Let's see if that helps. Not really hot or anything either, the Tabasco. It's just, I don't know, man. That's a weird flavor. It doesn't taste right. As far as the lemon lime flavor goes on that, it's pretty light. Maybe I added too much water. It calls for 12 ounces. So, I think it calls for 12 ounces, does it not? I think I might have stuck it in my pocket. I did. 12 ounces? Yep, 12 ounces. Okay, so I did not add 12 ounces. I probably only added like 9, maybe 10. And it's really light on flavor. It's more, this is more along the lines of like the strength of a Gatorade flavor. But this is not an electrolyte beverage powder. This is just a standard beverage-based powder, lemon lime. So, no salt or anything like that added. Yeah. Well, 75 milligrams of sodium, but a little bit. But that's probably pretty standard in a drink mix for military drink mixes. Huh. Next time, I will go probably half a cup of water. About where it's at right now. Maybe and I'll try that and see if it helps it out a bunch. Because how did I do that? Screwing up brand new blackboard. Next. Peanut butter on a little tiny square. A little hors d'oeuvre. Look at that little thing. Yeah, little fancy looking. Peanut butter and multigrain snack bread. Oh, excuse me. So that peanut butter is really pasty. And this is also very dry. And it turns into like a dough. When it's really, as soon as you get enough saliva mixed, because it's very dry and powdery when you first take a bite of it. Like, let me see if I can show you. Like, watch. I don't know. It did it first time I took a bite. Yeah, see that? It's like super dry. Look at that. Falling apart, dry. And then you add the kind of weird peanut butter. It's a little weird. I don't know what's going on with the peanut butter. It's like they forgot the oil in it or something. I don't know. Or before they packaged it, it had separated and it just didn't get mixed back up right or something. That's certainly possible. It tastes good. It's just extra pasty. Way more than usual. I guess extra dry. Ooh, look at that. Look at that color. That's some pretty grape jelly. I don't know if grape jelly's like really just grape jelly, because I don't think if you smashed a bunch of grapes it'd come out looking like that. I don't know. Maybe. I guess. What's the ingredients list on? There's got to be first ingredient. What's it say? Corn syrup. Of course, corn syrup is the first ingredient. And high fructose corn syrup is the second ingredient. So corn syrup, and then water, and then high fructose corn syrup, and then sugar, and then grape juice concentrate, and some fruit pectin and citric acid. That's it. Yeah, so definitely not the most natural thing in the world at all. It's really not good for you. Grape jelly. I mean, as an American, though, it's just classic. It tastes like my childhood. Grape jelly and peanut butter, or even just grape jelly on some toast. It's very, I would call it bland. It's like sweet, bland, and like barely grape flavored. But it's very good at triggering that nostalgia of childhood. Because if you're an American, most Americans grew up or grow up still. Now it's the, I think they're called Unfeastables or something like that. Some Uncrustables, that's what it is. But still, it's just this right here in a 2 pieces of bread that they use a stamper to cut out. It's kind of one of the simplest, and that's got to be mega lucrative for that. Smucker's, I think, does them. But this is what Americans grew up on. So this is a perfect food, especially with the grape jelly. Most people that eat peanut butter and jelly, they end up eating grape jelly. The strawberry is just definitely not as widely used as the grape. I don't know why that is. But grape jelly and peanut butter do go really well together. Strawberry doesn't go as well together as the grape. I don't know why. Because if I was going to eat just jelly, I certainly prefer strawberry jam or jelly. But if you're going to mix it with peanut butter, right here, I want the grape. For sure. Every time, no questions asked. Mm-hmm. What in the world is in my beard? Is that? Peanut butter, grape jelly, apple jelly. What, all three? So, I've had apple jelly with peanut butter. I am not a fan. I'm not a fan. I don't know what it is. This, as far as peanut butter and jelly goes, this is it. This is the one. I don't know why it works so well together, because this on its own is quite unremarkable. You add in the salty, creamy, peanutty peanut butter to the mix, and you have something special. I don't care what anybody says. This is an American thing, I think. Well, from what I've seen and what I understand, all the years I've watched the internet and people like testing out other countries, people in other countries with the peanut butter and jelly. This just was meant to be. That's all I can say. I don't know why it works so well, but it does. And I don't prefer any other way. This is the way I prefer it. Of course, like I said, I mean, I'll eat it with strawberry jam. It's not bad. Strawberry jelly, it's not bad. But this is better. And I don't really understand why, because I don't really like grape jelly. It's just those two flavor profiles complement each other perfectly. You don't feel like you're missing out on the flavor of the jelly, because the jelly's got very little flavor anyway. And it just adds this nice fruity sweetness. It's really cool, actually, the more that I think about it, because it shouldn't be the better one, but it is. And I do think that if you were to poll Americans or have them taste them, like, here's a strawberry one, here's an apple one, here's a grape one, grape would win probably at least 7 out of 10 times on the American palate. I could be wrong about that. I don't think that I am, but I could be. Forgot about the vanilla pound cake almost. Let me eat this little crusty, a little shiny, a little crystally. Look at that thing. It's a lot of flavor. That little teeny tiny piece, a lot of flavor. Way more flavor than I thought it would have. Wow. All right. Give it a little pull here. Inside that. Gotta set this down to zoom, but look at that. Vanilla pound cake in the Pound Town. It smells so good. So, kind of caramelized vanilla is what I would say. I mean, even that little tiny bite. That sugar separation is the best way. I don't know what it starts that, if it's heat or what, but that's the way I prefer it. And it's like, this is super flavorful. Way more than the marble. I would probably not say more than the lemon poppy seed. The lemon poppy seed, like, you need to really like lemon to like the lemon poppy seed, because it tastes like it's very strong of lemon. But this, I think most people would like. It's just like a yellow birthday cake almost. It's really what it tastes like. I guess that's what it is, kind of. It's just a nice yellow cake. Oh yeah, that is good stuff. It needs. Here, I'll just put some jelly on this little bite to start with. Yeah, a little pocket. I'll put a little jelly in that pocket. Little jelly pocket. It was better without it. It was better without the jelly. Some jelly. Some peanut buttery. Peanut butter and jelly vanilla pound cake. I mean, that's good. If I didn't have the vessel here for the peanut butter and jelly, this would certainly be a good route to go to get your peanut butter and jelly eaten. And it's not bad, but the pound cake's better on its own, actually. Vanilla growing and manufacturing is really interesting. I've been looking into it recently because brewing your own vanilla essence. Oh, interesting. I didn't actually know that. I'll have to look into that. I knew that growing avocados got real interesting down in Mexico there for a minute. Or up here too, actually, I think. But I didn't know that about vanilla. No, vanilla, you know, I mean, I kind of understand a little bit of the process of the vanilla bean. Had I not added that other sugar, this would, I mean, it's, in my opinion, still needs a little bit of sugar. Coffee's a little overbearing for the cream and sugar that we got. Oh, definitely, if it was only the one sugar, too, yeah. You'd probably end up using that stupid, what is it, non-sweetener? Sweetener? Is that what it was called? Something like that. Oh no, 0 calorie. Like 0 calorie sweetener. Alright, I want one more bite with peanut butter and jelly on it. I'll call it a day. I don't want to overdo it. Just about out of jelly. A little bit left. More peanut butter than jelly, it seems like. But I mean, is it the same or is it different? 1 ounce and 1 ounce, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, look, LC's back. What's up? Cat, LC. Man, look, I gotta try just a piece of the cake on its own, because I think the peanut butter and jelly actually might ruin it. Hang on. Oh yeah, way better on its own. Way more flavor. The peanut butter kind of neutralizes the flavor, I think, because of the fats and the oils, I guess. That's a good little piece of cake. Good little piece of cake. And the coffee, hang on. They mix really well together. That is that's like a good breakfast. I get it's a dessert, but we Americans, we eat a lot of that crap like that for breakfast. It's not really. I mean, it's food in the morning, of dessert, whatever you want to call it. That's like French toast, pancakes, all that. It's so loaded down with sugar, syrup, sugar. I'm getting to the point where I don't enjoy that stuff as much anymore. Hey, Delicious is here too. Delicious and LC. How about that? Hey guys, doing a weird night. Gives you guys an opportunity to stop in. Cool. Let me find a smoke real quick. Like, Delicious is here. Last time I did one of the French ones, I think. Let me look at them. Yeah, it smelled weird and tasted weird. That's right. What else do I got up here? Are these French or something? No, not those. Excuse me. Lucky Strikes. Where are the international versions of those? Oi. Been a minute since I had one of these Spartas here. Let's have one of these. Wait. No, it was one of them other ones. This smells way more normal. Those other ones smell really weird to me. I don't know if it's just me or these gabeRILLA. I have to get out the note. These might be the ones that Delicious said were like super cheap and like an off-brand or something. They smell really bizarre though. I can't place what that smell is. It's like I don't know. I've smelled it too much now. I've ruined my nasal palate. That's something different to cleanse it. Yep. I've cooked it. Here, let me get an American smell in here. Anyway. I can't smell anything now. Hold on. Oh. That smells good. That smells good. This smells different. This is a Sparta. Can't smell it. I can't smell it now. It's weird. It's really weird. It started off, I like that was what. Oh, I smell that. Now I can't smell it at all. It's really weird. Did you guys know that you could take save your old coffee grains and lay them out to dry out? Keep them, and you can put them in a little bowl or something and light them on fire after they're dried out. Light them on fire, and it will keep mosquitoes away. Did you know that? And it'll burn for a really long time, by the way. Hey, what's up, Tim? Tim's in the house. Very smooth. But I got to double hit it. Sometimes triple. So on the weaker side. As of right now. It may get stronger as we go. It's a good smoke. I don't know where this line's at on the quality. But look, I've had to, I guess I didn't have to, did it out of choice. Kind of forced choice. They've upped the price of tobacco, cigarettes, all tobacco, but really hit cigarettes hard. My Pall Malls in about a year went from $6 a pack to being $11 a pack now. And that forced me into, it didn't force me, again, could have still bought them, but I choose not to pay $11 for a pack of cigarettes, okay? I don't, I want to quit, period. I don't want to quit, period. I want to quit to the point where I can just indulge in like specialty smokes and vintage smokes. That's where I want to be at in my life. I'm trying to get my dad too quick. What's in my beard? What is that? Wasn't it? I don't know where that went. Oh well, probably piece of cake. Oh, you're trying to get your dad to quit? Oh, okay. Trying to get your dad to quit. Yes. Okay. My 2 cents. First of all, one of two things is going to have to happen. Either he's going to have to gain the desire to want to quit, or something will have to happen. And I will knock on wood for you. That's typically what happens. Like my stepdad would have been like 2000. Let's see, my little sister was born in 92. She was probably right around 2000, 2001, maybe 2000. I didn't think it was that late, but maybe between 98 and 2002, somewhere along there. My stepdad, I don't know what happened. Something happened. I can't remember what it was. Maybe I'm not even privy to what happened. But and I remember him doing this, because Dad always had a cigarette hanging out of his mouth like that right there. Working on the roof, he was a roofer. So, not a roofer, but he was a construction guy. He was up on roofs a lot too. They did do a lot of roofs, the companies that he worked for. He always had a cigarette hanging out of him, just dangling, almost touching the bottom of his chin. Just Mom couldn't stand him having like, well, if you're gonna have a cigarette, smoke it or put it out. But he'd have one just hanging there off his. Sometimes it would be hanging off his lip. But Dad, one day, I cannot remember, something had to have happened, and I don't remember what it was, but I do remember him grabbing that pack of cigarettes out of his shirt pocket, because if he had a shirt on, he'd have a pocket t-shirt on, and he'd have that pack of cigarettes either here, or he'd roll it up in his sleeve on his shirt. But we were in the truck, and he grabbed that pack of cigarettes and squashed it up like that, threw it out the window, maybe into the back of the truck, we'll say for legality's sake. And that was it. He never looked back. He had the willpower of a machine. Like, you tell a machine, all right, you're done doing that, you do this now. That was it. He didn't look back. Mom still smokes. Dad did end up with emphysema, and I don't think he had gotten any diagnosis or anything like that, but yeah, maybe he did get the diagnosis for that many years ago. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, he's been through multiple surgeries and has been smoking the same day. Has he tried patches and vape? You got to kind of sometimes like since he's really wanting to smoke still, might have to do both. And when I say a vape, I mean a vape that you have a level of nicotine in that is potent. A lot of people can't handle the vapes. I've come to find this out. Like 50% of people that I've seen try them take a hit and they just cough. They cough and they cough. I don't know. It doesn't bother me like that. The vapes don't. And that's how I've quit twice. He can't handle the vape. It makes him cough probably. Yeah. And that's a lot of people. I'm gonna say this too. Half of the people that's the case, when I've watched them do, I think half of them say and do that because they don't want that option. They don't want to be like, oh yeah, I could use that to quit. No, like that's something I've got to get focused on if I'm really going to quit, which I am. I'm really going to quit. I've never tried the herbal cigarettes. I mean, I think I have seen them a couple times. I know what you're talking about. I know that's like, I think it's pretty niche and it's a pretty new, like I know that herbal cigarettes have been around for a long time, but it's became a lot more mainstream and they're available in a lot more places. I can't remember the last time I seen any though. Maybe some of the specialty tobacco shops around here might have something like that. I don't know. LC, I will look into that and try that though. I gotta wonder. The thing with smoking in general is like it's the smoke that's. If I'm lighting, even if it's herbs, it's still smoke. It's not gonna be good for you. Might be better than the tobacco and it's really. Look, this is another thing that drives me crazy, and this is a fact. It's not even disputable. The non-filter cigarettes, and you can go back, like if you could get tobacco that wasn't sprayed with all these freaking chemicals, all these pesticides and all this bull crap, and just have non-filter smokes. They make, like, non-filter packs of Camels now are like $20, $25. Think about that. That's crazy. That is bananas. That's what a carton used to cost. Like 2008 probably? 7? I don't even know if they were $2.50 a pack then. Probably not. I know when I first started smoking, they were less than $1 a pack. $25 for a pack, that's outrageous, Dan. For a pack of non-filter, okay. So a regular pack of Camels at that same store, because not all places have non-filter. Camels make them. Pyramid makes non-filter, and they're horrible. I got a pack of them around here somewhere. I don't know where they're at. I think they're in that cigar box. Anyway, a regular pack of Camels at that same store, like I don't know if I got a pack of regular newer Camels around here anywhere or not. Maybe in my bedroom. Anyway, probably going to run you about $8.90 to $9 something now for a pack of Camels. A pack of Pall Malls is more than a pack of Camels. Pall Malls used to be looked at as, oh, that is cheap, trashy cigarette. They were the best ones on the market. It's just most people didn't know. Most people hadn't even went down that road. I, on the other hand, whenever they switched to the fire safe, I've said this a million times, I started looking for a better brand. Marlboro went they were trash, and they still are. Marlboros are horrible. Their tobacco quality went down, and the paper ruined them, I guess. I mean, that or they really just completely lost the quality of their tobacco at the exact same time. I guess it's possible, but I think it was more the paper. So anyway, more than double, 2.5. So you could buy 2.5 packs of regular Camels for what you could buy a pack of non-filters for. And there's also non-filter Pall Malls, which are probably 20. They're probably 20. They're probably more than the Camels. Actually, they're probably like $27, $28. I'm guessing because I haven't bought a pack in a while. But and the last pack that I bought was the pack that I bought at the store was 12 or 14 years old. Nobody, like, they had sat there on that show because it was down. It was like, I don't know if you guys might know, like, they have these like pull down where they put the advertisements and the prices and stuff. When you pull down the flap, it's like storage behind it. Well, the non-filters were back behind that flap, and they had just kept moving them around, and they hadn't ordered new ones because nobody bought the other ones, and they were hidden. They weren't even out on the shelf. And I asked one day, I was like, "Hey, you got any non-filter cigarettes back there?" And they started looking. They had them Pall Malls. I was like, "I want them Pall Malls right there." And I got to looking at it, and they were 12 or 14 years old in the store. That's crazy. Anyway, I think when I bought those, they were $10 or $12 a pack, and it was just 2 or 3 years ago. They tax you at least double or more to smoke a non-filter. You can roll your own. It's not going to be the same, but you get what I'm saying? Like, they tax you more than double to smoke a cigarette that doesn't have the, what is it, 10,000 chemicals? I used to know. I don't know. It's like 10,000, 10 million or something stupid chemicals in the filter of a cigarette. That's the bad part. Apparently, that's what they claim. It's the pesticides too that they spray on them. But you know, what are you gonna do? Grow your own? It's an option. Got to go to work. What time is it for you over there? About 8 a.m., 7 a.m.? I think it's about noon for Dan, ain't it? Or we have an 11-hour difference, a 9-hour difference. Well, it's good to see you stop by, Delicious. It really was, man. Really good to see you in the chat. I would love to start doing, like, teamed up live streams. Me and G. Schultz talked about it, and I need to stay in touch with him more. But me and G. Schultz did talk about doing I think it's a split screen, and doing like a tandem live stream at some point. But yeah, it's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Smokey, I need to send you an email with some updates. What's been happening? Yeah, go ahead and do that. Absolutely. In Phoenix, send me your address. But I tried to open up my email earlier today, and I couldn't get it to open up. But that's because my phone has been messing up on me, and I've got to go through and erase a bunch of stuff. I wonder, let me go over here to I'm just curious if that stuff I erased earlier is still needing deleted, or if it showed up. I can go up and check. Okay. And looks like some of it's gone, some of it's still here. That's all right. I'm going to deal with this tonight. I got to pare down my... Oh, yep, a bunch of it's still here. Right there. Yep. What's that? Yeah, I could probably erase that too. Dad. That was the date and the time he passed. It's weird that I took a screenshot at that exact time. Anyways, I gotta quit looking at that. I kept that cardboard for that fly. I don't know what I did with it, but I'm seeing that fly floating around over there. Guarantee my raccoons are out there going crazy. Cray cray. Fly needs to go. Anyway, I was talking to my buddy earlier today about like what I needed to get done so that I could focus on doing my social media stuff, which is just really YouTube. I might dabble with TikTok because TikTok is, like, I understand it fairly well, although I've been banned over there 3 times. So, bananaed. We always curtail our speech. We don't say, like, gun or death or murder. When you're talking about current events, you should not have to, especially typing, not even, and out loud. If you're talking about current events and news and things that have happened, we should not be filtering our everyday speech. This is not like it's vulgar words or offensive or, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why we do that. I don't understand how that got started. I don't understand. Like, we need to stop it. We need to tell them we're not okay with this and go back to using normal, everyday words to talk to each other. Yes, exactly. Tim, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And it drives me bananas. What are we doing? Are we living in America still? I don't know. Like, it's America, but it ain't. That had to be my raccoons knocking down the wind chimes out back. They're out there losing their mind because it's 1:46 in the morning and I haven't went out there to feed them. George knew. It's a big club and we ain't in it, remember? I'm just saying, he knew. But we all need to stop curtailing to their idiocracy that they're building. They're building that stupid movie of idiocracy. That's what we're headed towards. And then after that, humans are going to end. That's where we're headed. People that are so stupid that they're going to try to grow plants with Gatorade. Like, that's where we're... I know how dumb that sounds, but look how stupid. Look how stupid people are already. Oh, yeah, that's right, Tim. I forgot about that. I have brought that up and thought about it a few times over the couple years since it happened. But it took, what, maybe 3 minutes? And I was talking about gun safety in the moment and all kinds of, like, what the hell? You got that. They done that to me. But you can have a gun channel that blows up whatever. Like that Sarkissian guy that was over on Crazy Russian Hackers channel there. Armin, I can't remember what his first name is. That guy shoots 50 shoots it straight up in the air. That happened. I've seen that video. I've seen it. I think he's done it twice that I know of. Of course, Matt at look, Demolition Ranch. I love the channel. I get nothing against them at all. But here's the thing: you're going to have channels like that out there that exist, which should be like not allowed. Like, that's just America. Leave it alone. They're not doing anything wrong. They're not breaking any laws. They're not saying to go out and do anything bad. Where was the problem again? And he had a hard time there for a while, and then he gave up, which, you know, yep, Demo Ranch is gone. It's been gone. I don't know if he's still doing that one side channel. He had 3 main, like, really successful channels, and dude must have made some bank. I'm sure he made some crazy bank. and retired. Like, bro was just like, I'm out. He might still be doing the veterinary stuff as a hobby. Dude does not need to work. I'm going to tell you that right now. Dude never needs to work another day in his life. But there are still plenty of gun channels out there that do their thing, which is fine. And I'm fine with that. I'm not saying, like, but then you got me that does what I done that night, which was nothing. Nothing that, like, they don't do daily or weekly, whatever, however they post, and being informative, safety first, safety oriented. Let's talk about, and here I get kicked off a stream. Make it make sense. Please make that make sense. Wait, unsub for what? Oh, he sold the vet clinic to a relative. Oh. Yeah, Herrera. I seen Herrera. He got elected, right? He did get. He got elected. Wait. Good work, Dr. Biz tomorrow. Good night. Well, have a good evening, LC. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. You're definitely catching me towards the end of the live stream. I'm certainly speaking my mind a little. And that's another thing, too. Like, towards the end of the live stream, here we are, which Hitchcock's been around. I just seen Hitchcock's been around forever. I thought he won he's still got to win his actual election against, I'm assuming, a Democrat. I assume he ran did he run as independent? I don't know. Probably ran as Republican, but maybe not. What the heck was I doing? I totally just lost track of what I was doing. Had something to do with a comment, didn't it? So he did run as a Republican, okay. I don't know what I was doing. That's what bothered me. Brandon dropped the video earlier. Oh yeah, I was saying. Oh yeah, that's right. So, if you speak about virtually anything controversial in the definitely within the first 3 minutes of your live stream, you will get flagged. Okay, that's the way it works, and you will not. The people that even subscribe to your channel won't get notified. It will not go out. People won't see it. Whatever. Then there's also, like, it keeps an eye on you really for the first 30 minutes. And then it decides, okay, I can see where this is going. I don't need to watch him the whole time. If you have a longer live stream like I typically do, and you wait towards the end, you can say pretty much whatever you want not whatever you want, but within reason, and not have those issues. And that's kind of why I stick around. And I don't say, I don't want to talk like this towards the end. It's maybe not quite that way and as bad now as it used to be, but I think it is. I don't think it's much different. Maybe not any different at all. But it is ridiculous that we're using stupid words like pew pew and unalived for everyday English words that are not offensive, that are not bad, that are not anything. They're just words that describe current events that are involved in everyday life. Why should we? And it's not like we can't still get the same exact point across. So we've allowed them to flex our speech. So that's where I get into the issue. Like, we have catered to this, and it's a machine. It's not a person. Yes, there are a bunch of liberals running TikTok and YouTube. It's just a fact. That's the case. That's why you see a lot of the things you see, and a lot of the people that get messed with get messed with. But it's ultimately in the hands, and it has been for years, and a lot of people don't want to believe this, they don't want to hear it, but we've been talking about algorithms for a very long time. Algorithms is all AI. Then the AI, like, they've been flagging speech, and the AI monitors the entire video or live stream. And then you have to literally, and this has been many years now, that you have had to, if you have a video that gets flagged for inappropriate content or copyright for music or whatever, you have to campaign to YouTube to get a person to physically watch your content and decide whether or not you actually violated whatever, yeah, like I said, trademarks, copyright, terms of service, whatever. But it's AI, and it's been AI for a long time. AI has been around for a lot longer than most people will even believe you if you try to tell them. AI has been running BlackRock since 2012, at least. We're talking 14 solid years of AI making every trade that BlackRock, the humongous company that owns everything, one of the humongous companies, the main humongous company that owns pretty much everything, AI has been making its trades since 2012. Currently, last time, well, it was actually a couple of years ago, probably, as of at least a year ago, maybe two, that I figured this out. And I saw this, I saw the write up the data. BlackRock makes 250,000 trades per day. Per day. That in itself, I feel like that should be illegal, I think. How is one company making 250,000 different trades a day? Probably 300, 400. I don't know what they're doing now. That was a couple years ago. And the way AI has exploded, AI's been around for a long time. And you know, this is a fact. They don't understand how AI works. They don't understand how it puts out what it puts out. We're messing with something, humans, we're messing with something that I don't think is meant to be messed with. And I'm not trying to get all spiritual or, make it into something biblical or anything. Like, I just don't think that we're supposed to be screwing with AI. We don't even understand how it works. What are we doing? If you're going to mess with something on the scale, we're allowing AI. Right now, the United States military is allowing AI to pick targets. And then the human has to check off on it and give it the check of approval before we bomb it. Let that sink in and think about that for a minute, because humans put so much trust in AI, and AI gives you a target. It's given me 1,000 targets at this point, and I've rubber stamped every one of them. At a certain point, you stop really looking at it, well, real quickly, actually. You stop really looking at it as wiping out humans and a target with real people, and you don't double check, you don't make sure that what the AI is telling you is there, and that, my friends, is what happened with that girls' school. That was old information that AI had. AI identified it as being a target, and I think a few years ago it might have been. But it got sent up the chain of command. The chain of command rubber stamped it. And look what happened. We're the bad guys. I don't know how else to think about it or put it. We're the bad guys. Now, don't get me wrong. Iran's horrible. They hate us. They hate us. But guess what? So does the other side. They hate us too. Except they hide it. And they say nice things to their faces. But they do all the shady crap behind their back. They spy on them. They blow up a ship. They have just as much, if not more, disdain for Americans and the American government and the American leadership. Maybe they're right about that. But we really got to start thinking about things differently. We're way off course. We certainly took a turn somewhere. That could be, you could describe that as many different things that have come up over the years where we went wrong. Was it cell phones? I don't know. Maybe. Politicians? Definitely. Letting government get out of control to the point to where they no longer work for us. We work for them. They spend our money on whatever they want. I don't think most people understand that. You get one road through your town paved, and it costs millions of dollars for them to do that, because it's all government contracts. They pay quadruple what any other place would pay. A bolt that should cost $10 costs $100. Just get it. You know, you guys know. You're not silly. You people are smart. People that come in here are smart. You get it. But why are we allowing that? Why are we all quiet? Why are we all not outraged? Why are we, working class, paying more income tax by a lot than these people that don't work, that don't contribute, that have millions of dollars invested in the stock market? They pay a much lower capital gains tax. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? I cannot make any of this stuff make sense, because it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. This is not how things are meant to be. This is not how the founders intended. This is not what's in the Constitution's been erased. The Patriot Act made sure of that. It was effectively canceled. They just decided to not enforce all of that all at once, because they knew that we would freak out and we'd fight back. That's why it wasn't overnight. Hey, you guys, we voted last night to erase the entire Constitution. It no longer means anything. We just had the mayor of New York swear in on the Quran. We just had the President of the United States not put his hand on the Bible when he swore in. That's been driving me a little crazy. And you know what? It's not about, it's like, I'm not the super religious guy. Anything. That's tradition. And it was there, and it meant something. It meant something. I'm not sure exactly what it meant, but it meant something. And that, like, Mom Donnie is just a, oh boy. They're finding out. They're finding out. I mean, I hate to smile about it, but got all them left-wing crazy people, I guess, that voted for him in New York. And I don't know what they were thinking, really. But I will say this: it's like they're not presenting like the people that are being allowed to get into the position to run, the front runners that are running for these positions. We always get stuck picking the lesser of two evils. You see what I'm saying? Or at least that's the way we look at it. Of course, I don't even like it was what's his name's brother that just ran again, right? Didn't he, Chris? The guy that was already mayor of New York. What was his name? Or was he the governor of the state? I don't know. California's all messed up. New York's all messed up. Chicago's all messed up. Detroit, Michigan's all messed up. A lot of our big cities are just not doing well. I mean, even Texas is going down the crapper. You know why? Because all those people that moved away from those liberal, crazy states that moved to Texas, guess how they're voting? Voting really doesn't matter anymore. I do believe that. It's like it doesn't even matter anymore because of the candidates that were presented with. It's not normal people. It's not people like you and me that are running for office. And that's how it used to be a long time ago. And that's how it was meant to be. Was normal, working class, everyday people are supposed to be the ones running this country because we understand what it's like to live here and work here, not rule here. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I know this ain't it. That's what I know. This is not it. We certainly need a course correction, change of plans. In my personal opinion, I think we need to fire 90% or more of the government. Fire. You can't work in government again. Not at least for a long time. If you're still wanting to work in government 15, 20 years down the road, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how depends on what you do between now and then. Fire 95%. 90 to 95%. Don't touch the military. We need to keep them where they're at. And start over. That's it. Start over. It could be we'd rehire maybe 10% of the 95% that we fire. We don't need 9 out of 10 positions that we have right now in government. They were made up positions for a family member, for a family friend, for a bribe, for a whatever. Most of them aren't needed. Tim, I'm getting ready to take off myself. I am out of here. Got a mess to clean up. It's late. I got a long day tomorrow of stuff that I got to do. And pick up some air conditioners. Got to go to Sam's Club. Hope to be able to pick up a set of tires tomorrow. Got to pick up oil for her mom's car. I need to make a list. Need to make a list. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. I know it was a weird day. I know it was weird. If you don't care before you take off, hit the thumbs up or down. Either way, I really don't care. Just give Google their feedback. I think you got a long press on the screen. I don't know if it's still that way. The last time I checked, it was long press on the screen to get even the availability to hit the thumbs up or down. This weekend might be pretty packed for me. I don't know that for sure. I'll know closer towards the weekend, obviously. But I got some. I don't know if I'm going to. I got this stuff that's happening that I'm doing And I haven't decided if I'm going to involve my YouTube in it. I haven't made up my mind on that yet. I mean, if I was going to make videos, I would certainly need an editor, because my amount of time to be able to do things is about to go from here to below the screen. So I don't know. I could probably make it work. I guess I could at least show you guys around and inform you of some things that I'm doing. And like I said, I'm doing a food truck, so there's a lot of planning and stuff and there a lot of stuff needs to happen with that to get it to where, in my opinion, it's ready to kick off. But we're getting close to the boiling point, is what I'm calling it. It's like it's time to crap or get off the pot. So, not for me, but I'm ready. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. All right, guys, hit the thumbs up or down. Either way, thank you guys for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one, whether that's Saturday. If I don't do it Saturday, I might do a makeup day like I did today.